boy.
Finding joy in reinforced concrete. When one thinks of construction, the images that often come to mind sunburned faces. For hidden beneath that rough, coarse exterior lies a world of vibrant joy, a symphony of peace, camaraderie, and quiet pride. It is a joy that can be touched, seen, and felt with all the senses. It is a journey of exploration, an effort to turn the lesser-read pages of a familiar story, find and celebrate the spiritual values that sprout and blossom every day amidst scaffolding and mortar.
Surprisingly better.
The joy of seamless collaboration, the joy of conquering technical challenges, and above all, the joy of it is a story of talented minds, and enthusiastic hearts that have come together to transforming most construction sites into a stage for the joy of living. Let us step into that world together, to see that in the heart of reinforced concrete, the flowers of happiness are always quietly blooming. It originates much earlier in a much quieter place. It may seem like a chaotic jumble of lines, numbers, and incomprehensible symbols. To those who reawaken, one point one, from ideas and form. Each line on the blueprint welcome the morning sun, or a balcony where a family will gather on a cool evening. Imagination. When the engineer and project manager receive the set of blueprints, they don't just the soul of the structure. They can walk through a house that doesn't yet exist. Silent but incredibly exciting dialogue. They discuss every small detail to create a softer feel. The window here should be laid out like this to optimize convenience and safety. But a shared secret creates a more perfect joy of the dream. Joy here is the joy of intellectual restlessness and multiple minds collectively nurturing a common idea. 1.2. The blueprint as a the completed blueprint is handed over to the construction team. It becomes something more than a dream. It is a construction site is a special thing. It carries with it a sense of excitement and immediate challenge. The ironworker sees the position of every steel bar he will bend, every brick he will lay, every section of wall he will plaster. The cleaning worker sees the clean, pristine final product that he will help create in the vast and somewhat chaotic space of the construction site. It brings confidence. Everyone knows their exact role and task in this project. They are not just followers, they are translators, turning the language of symbols and numbers order, feel, and context in real time. And every time a part of the structure is completed, if the blueprint is the dream, then the first note of the grand symphony. This is the moment when the idea begins to become reality.
O no se te quitó la falla.
Pero es que
Entonces, si se te quitó la falla, ¿por qué vas a cuestionar mi capacidad intelectual para entender la electrónica de este tipo de vehículos que son táctiles? Yo te iba a cobrar.
The first shovels of sand and earth, containing the joy of a new beginning. When the shovel blade digs into the ground, investors smile. The architect and Anginas joy here is the joy of anticipation. Like and their faith and hope for a successful harvest in the future. It is a pure, optimistic. After the formal not a bothersome noise, but the voice of power and readiness. The excavator extends its giant bucket. It's a familiar and exciting note. It signals that the work has truly begun.
Da plasma ni worker the weight is the perverse sherbata da داخل كتبان ما يصير يعني ولا
There is a unique joy in witnessing the transformation of the landscape. Physical change, day by day, hour by hour, brings an immediate sense of satisfaction.
20 bucks? No, too much money. It's no good.
The massive machines under the skill the coordination between man and machine, between muscle power and every engine roll, every scoop of earth is a note in the message. The orchestra on site, the joy of collaboration. It's never the product of the created by the harmonious coordination of dozens, even hundreds of thus becomes a giant orchestra. And the greatest joy here is the joy of amidst the noise of machinery, words hand gestures and knowing glances. Glance to know where to receive it and which way to turn. A light tap on the pole is a signal for the other. Not a single word is spoken, yet the work flows perfectly. Or watch a master mason teaching a young apprentice how to mix mortar. He doesn't say much, he just demonstrates. The ratio of cement, sand, and a pat on the back from the master mason when the mortar the joy of mutual understanding, of the synergy. Each knowing the other's next move to create a unified dance. The feeling of being part of something brings a deep sense of pride and connection. They are not just colleagues, they are colleagues.
Impossible. Oh my God! Oh, thanks, thank you, thanks.
Own feet. The foundation team, the steel frame team, the formwork team, the masonry team, the electrical
Tecnologia! Tecnologia!
The joy of collaboration also comes from the mutual the electrician will run his wires. The work will not just
Jesus
Let us know when you're done so our steel team can get These requests are always met with willingness because they understand that the quality of one person's work directly affects the next and ultimately the quality of the entire work. This joy is the joy of a natural society where races distinctions, creating an egalitarian work environment where the common being trusted creates a tremendous collective strength, turning seemingly separate tasks into a continuous and harmonious process. Perform perfectly, the role of the conductor is indispensable. The supervising engineers, the site working hours. The short breaks are when joy reveals itself in its most genuine and These are the necessary rests in the noisy symphony of the construction site. The time for everyone to recharge and strengthen their camaraderie.
Tecnologia! Tecnologia!
Perhaps the workers huddled around the platform. Built wall, or simply sitting on statue bricks, they share stories from their everyday lives. These stories are not always about work. They talk about their children at home, the harvest season in their hometown, the football
Water.
night.
That was sick. Oh, he's gonna eat it.
One person shares a cigarette with the person next to them. Another pours a hot cup of tea for a friend. In these moments, the distance between master craftsman and apprentice, between old and young, disappears. The joy here is the joy of sharing. They share not just tea and cigarettes, but also their thoughts and words. The construction site is not just a workplace, it is a second home. Simply sharing questions like, "You look tired today, are you okay?" Or is everything all right? An incredible
Ojalá te caigas al agua.
these relationships
¡Oscar!
because they know they are not alone. Everyone bringing a lunchbox from home, but it is the best meal of the day. The meal becomes a miniature buffet where everyone spontaneously offers food to one another. My wife's is delicious today. Try a piece. My family made spring rolls yesterday. Have a few. Uncle, have some. The pieces of food passed back and forth turn a humble meal into a feast of fellowship. They eat and talk.
Tecnologia! Tecnologia!
Laughter and chatter drowns out the distant hum of machinery. This joy comes from community, from the fill the stomach. It's to nourish the spirit. This sharing reveals a beautiful aspect of the workers' culture. Despite life's hardships, they are still willing to share what they have with one another. It is these collective lunch breaks that weave the strong threads of affection, turning strangers into friends and brothers. 4.3. The short but peaceful nap. Anywhere, on a wooden plank, inside a large uninstalled concrete plant. Nearby, the gentle breeze blowing through the unfinished building creates a surprisingly serene scene in the midst of the hustle. In that short sleep, they temporarily forget the sun, the wind, and the fatigue in their muscles. When they wake up, though perhaps still a bit groggy, their spirits are much refreshed. A big stretch from the It shows the incredible adaptability of human beings. No matter the circumstances, they know how to find moments to continue their work with renewed energy. These rests, though brief, are crucial for the symphony of the construction site to continue running strongly and a dance of skill and material, the joy of It is the joy of mastery, of commanding skills and materials, of transforming raw elements into perfect spreading it decisively on the row of bricks. His right hand places the ground, using sighting along the taut guide string. Everything must be perfectly straight. It is an art form. His joy lies in creating a perfectly flat surface. The joint of his work with a satisfied smile. That wall to him. Over decades. This joy is the joy of perfection. Flow state, when the worker is completely immersed in his task, losing track of time and his surroundings. There is only him. It is a pure joy derived from the very essence of the work. The carpenter has a special connection to his material.
Чел, как ты это сделал?
The decisive sound which is used without a single note. This is the joy of vibration, of breathing life. He converses with it. He respects every grain. Opening and closing smoothly and silently. It is a moment of successful dialogue between humans and sparks from cutting and welding machines fly like fireworks. The iron man, hidden behind his protective mask, is performing his own dance. He bends rigid steel bars into soft he lays down precise welds, connecting separate pieces of penetration, even shiny and without gas. That is the standard of his craft. Using height, force, he knows that hidden behind the is a frame made by his hands that gives strength and longevity to the entire structure. 5.4 Unsung Heroes. The work their joy is no less significant. It is the joy of winning the building. Wiring like a spider's web. He calculates, connects, and ensures everything. His greatest moment is when the project is complete. He puts the main circuit breaker, and the entire building lights up. One-time electric light in building rooms has a special magic. It's not just physical light, it's a symbol of life of modern comfort.
Mr. George, how much you pay for the new guy? 20 bucks? No, too much money. It's no good.
Close to every faucet in the building without a single leak. This joy they are the ones who create the circulatory system and the nervous system of the house. It would just be a lifeless shell. And the feeling of being the one who brings life is a Chapter 6. Conquering challenges. Joy in hardship. However, it is precisely in the process of facing and overcoming these difficulties.
Baby, he is gonna leave.
Intellect and resilience. 6 Januar The construction site is an open space. And the rain. On scorching summer days, joy is not absent. It is the joy of finding a shady corner to rest, the blissful feeling of the sun. They splash water on each other to cool down. They don't despite the intense heat, the perseverance to stick with the job. When the rainy season comes, work may be interrupted. Instead of sitting idle, they switch to indoor tasks, covering materials, and reinforcing what? Happy New Year! The joy now is the joy of being practical, of making do with what one has. And after a downpour, the air becomes fresh and cool. The sky clears, and the rainbow appears in the is a priceless gift from nature, bringing a fresh and
Baba.
It's okay.
solvers on site. Reality does not always match the blueprint. An unexpected batch of materials has slightly different dimensions than specified. At such times, the construction site turns into the site manager, engineers, and experienced what if we reinforce the foundation in this area?
Can't believe it.
To avoid the obstacle. This batch of bricks is slightly offsides. We'll adjust the confidence and experience. Allowing the entire machine to run smoothly again. The workers 6.3. The joy of completion. There are always phases that are considered the toughest ones. Coordinated effort that doesn't great heights, demanding absolute precision and safety. Everyone is highly focused, sweat pouring down, but no one dares to be careless. They are comrades. Mutual respect among trades. On a construction site, each team is an expert in its own field. The foundation team, the steel frame team, the formwork team. Each has an irreplaceable role. The joy of be careful not to affect construction by the least before starting to work. The formwork team knows that there are brief but constructive exchanges. Hey, masonry team. Let us know when you're done so our these requests are always met with willingness, because they understand that the quality of one person's work directly affects the next, and ultimately the quality of the entire project. This joy is the joy of a microsystem. Distinctions, creating an egalitarian work environment where common goal is paramount. Being trusted creates a tremendous collective strength, turning seemingly separate tasks into a continuous and harmonious process. For this orchestra to perform perfectly, the role of the conductor is indispensable. The supervising engineers, the site managers. They don't directly use a power or a hammer, but they are the ones who use the sheet music, blueprint, and coordinate the musicians to work together. They are happy when they see the foundation team finish on stage. Correct and sturdy. They are happy when they see the different teams coordinating seamlessly. Their joy is the joy of paper gradually being realized smoothly in the connectors between departments. When there is a conflict between the electrical and plumbing, finding the optimal solution for both. When the weather is unfavorable, they are the ones who adjust the work schedule to ensure safety. The sight of a complex machinery operating smoothly under one's coordination brings an immense sense of satisfaction. It is the joy of the leader. Chapter 4. Precious Breaks. The rest breaks when joy reveals itself in its most genuine and warm form. These are the necessary strengthen their camaraderie. 4.1. The most familiar and in the shade of a newly built home, or simply sitting on stacks of bricks. Not always about work. They talk about their children at home. Chasing away fatigue. One person shares a cigarette with the person next to them. In these moments, the distance between master craftsmen between old and young and sincere. The joy here is the joy of sharing. They share not just tea and cigarettes, it is not just a workplace. It is a second comparing questions like, who's tired today? Is everything these relationships make the hard work more bearable because they know they are not alone. Lunch on the construction site is often simple. Everyone the best meal of the day. They spread out an old tarp and sit together in a circle. The meal becomes rice. These spontaneous offers, the pieces of food passed back and forth, turn a humble meal into a feast of fellowship. They eat and talk animatedly. The sound of their laughter and chatter drowns out the distant hum of machinery. This joy comes from the feeling of belonging to the group. The meal is not just to fill the stomach, it's to nourish the spirit.
Turn the wheel!
The workers' culture. Despite life's hardships, they are still willing to share. Close friends and brothers. The short but peaceful nap. After lunch comes a precious few dozen minutes of nap. Their resting place is a wooden plank inside a large uninstalled concrete pipe. Though makeshift, it is a peaceful sleep. The steady snoring of a friend nearby, the gentle breeze blowing through the unfinished window, it all creates a surprisingly serene scene in the midst of us. In that short sleep, muscles. When they wake up, though perhaps still a bit no matter the circumstances, they know how to find moments of rest and relaxation. The symphony of the construction site continue playing strongly and persistently. Sense of skill and material, the joy of mastery. If the joy of collaboration comes from a relationship, there is another joy that comes from a relationship between the worker and their craft. It is the joy of mastery, of commanding skills and of transforming raw elements into perfect products. Places the brake, using the handle of his trowel to tap it gently. Guide straight. Everything must be perfectly straight. For him, building a joint of mortar that is flawlessly uniform. After finishing a section, it is a testament to when the worker is completely immersed in his task. It is a pure joy. The carpenter has a special each type of wood has its own personality, and a master carpenter is one who understands that personality. His joy comes from turning a rough, gnarled piece of wood into an exquisite wood frame, gracefully curving staircase. Creating thin, curled shavings. The decisive sound of the chisel creating mortises and pieces that fit together perfectly. He doesn't just work with wood, he converses with it. The symphony of joy on the construction site. Joy in reinforced concrete. When one thinks of construction, the this perspective is not wrong, but it is symphony of creativity, camaraderie, all the senses, the joy as big and rustic and enduring as the very structures it creates. This essay does not inspiration, an effort to turn the lesser read pages of a familiar story, find and celebrate amidst scaffolding and noise. Together, we will listen to the story of the joy of turning an inanimate drawing into a warm home, the joy of seamless collaboration, the joy of conquering technical challenges, and above all, the joy of knowing that one's labor is helping to build lasting values for the community. This is not just a story about buildings. It is a story about people. It is a story of challenges transforming noisy construction sites into a stage for the joy of
Oh my god.
always quiet and moving. Chapter 1.
Hey, yeah, kid.
It originates much earlier in a much quieter chaotic lines, numbers, and from idea to form, each line on the blueprint is more than just they don't just see bright colors. They see the soul of the structure. They can walk through a house that doesn't incredibly exciting video. They discuss every the symphony construction. The images that often come to mind are of hardship, of dust, of sweat. This perspective is not perfect, but it is incomplete. For hidden beneath that rough, coarse exterior
تكنولوجيا عشدنها تكنولوجيا عشدنها تكنولوجيا
senses, the joy as genuine of the construction. Instead, it is a journey of exploration. To find and celebrate the joyful moments, the noble spiritual values that sprout and blossom.
Wow.
Scaffolding and mortar. Together, we will listen to the story of the joy of turning inanimate drawing into technical challenges, and above all, the joy of knowing that one's labor is helping to last without time. This is not just a story about buildings, it is a story about one, transforming noisy construction sites into a stage for see that in the heart of the flowers of happiness.
Jump!
The joy in construction does not begin with the sound of a drill or the first swing. It originates much earlier and much quieter on the architect's technical blueprint may seem like chaotic. 1.1. From idea to form, each line it is the embodiment of a window frame that will welcome the moment or a balcony that will gather on a cool evening. The first joy is visualization or imagination. When the engineer and project manager receive the set of blueprints, they see the soul of the structure. They can walk through a house that doesn't yet exist, sensing the space, and how the air will burn. It is a silent but incredibly exciting dialogue. They discuss every small detail.
Oh no. Oh no.
The electrical system should be laid out like this to optimize convenience and safety. Each discussion, each adjustment is not a shared step towards a more perfect version. The joy here is the joy of intellectual. The blueprint as a treasure map. When the completed blueprint is handed over, it is a detailed map leading to a wonderful treasure. The site is a special one. It carries with it a sense of excitement and a hint of a challenge. See the work laid out.
La polizia no.
The cleaning worker sees the clean, pristine final product. It brings blueprint. As a confirmation that they are on the right path. If the blueprint is agreed, then the groundbreaking ceremony is the opening In that moment, everyone feels a sense of solemnity. The investors smile with hope. The architect and workers, they feel the weight of responsibility. From this moment, it has become the project. Like the farmers sowing the first seeds in this field, they sow into this land of faith and
Stop. What are you doing? Stop.
Hold it up, bro. Hold it up. Okay.
The person below passes up a light tap.
Dolls, bodies.
The work flows perfectly. Or watch a master mason teaching a young apprentice how to make small. He doesn't say much. He just demonstrates. The sand and water is measured by his experience, by the feel of his hands. The young apprentice watches and learns. The joy here is the joy of mutual understanding, of the synergy so perfect. Knowing the others next to you to create a unified dance. For each person is life, a sense of pride and connection. They are not just partners, they are commoners. The foundation team, the steel frame team, the formwork team, the masonry masonry team. Let us know when you're done so our steelers can get to work. These requests directly affect the next and ultimately the joy of a micro-society where every individual has value and is respected for their skills. The feeling of trust and being trusted into a continuous and harmonious process. 3.3. The silent conductor. This orchestra is formed perfectly, and the role of the conductor is indispensable.
Все, пизда.
But they are the ones who
Все нахуй, ну я ж говорю.
Their joy is a comprehensive one. They are happy when they see the foundation team. They are happy when they see the different teams coordinating seamlessly. Their joy is the joy of witnessing. They are the connectors between the departments. When there is a conflict between the elected when the weather is unfavorable, they are the ones to adjust their schedule. Machine of hundreds of people operating smoothly and the ones coordinating. Wonderful melodies. Chapter 4. Artist breaks. The rest reveals itself in its most genuine and warm form. These are the necessary
And my shoes fell.
everyone to recharge and strengthen their camaraderie. 4.1. The workers huddled around a pot of strong tea, hastily brewed. Simply sitting in stacks of bricks, they share stories from their everyday lives. These stories bursts of hearty another pours a hot cup of tea for a friend. In these moments, the young disappears. All that remains is human connection, rustic and sincere. But also their thoughts and worries. The construction site is not just a workplace, it is a second family. There is everything around you. Incredible power. Lunch on the construction site is often simple, with everyone bringing a lunchbox. But spread out the whole tarp and sit together in a circle. The meal becomes a miniature buffet where everyone spontaneously offers food. My wife's braised fish is delicious today. Try a piece. Rolls yesterday. Uncle, have some of my pickled egg. It goes well with the pieces of food passed back and forth turn a humble meal into a feast of fellowship. This joy comes from community, from the feeling of belonging to others. It's to nourish the spirit. This sharing reveals a beautiful aspect of the workers' culture. Despite life's hardships, they are still willing to share what they have with one another. It is these collective lunch breaks that weave the strong threads of affection, turning strangers and colleagues into close friends and brothers. Their resting place could be anywhere, on a wooden plank, inside a large uninstalled though nature is a peaceful sleep. It all creates a surprisingly serene scene in the midst of the hustle.
Oh no! Oh no, 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 no! Oh no!
When they wake up, although perhaps still a bit groggy, their spirits are much refreshed. A big spread with a smile, and they are ready for the afternoon shift. The joy, here is the joy of recovery. Of ending conflict.
Uy! Giovanni, te cuido!
It shows the incredible adaptability of human beings. No matter the circumstances, they know how to find moments of rest and relaxation to continue their work with renewed energy. These rests, though brief, are the dance of skill and material, the joy of mastery. There is another, more personal joy that comes from it is the joy of mastery, of commanding skills and materials, of transforming raw elements into perfect products.
Tecnologia! Tecnologia!
His left hand scoops just the right amount of water, spreading it decisively. He squints, sighting along the taut back. Everything must be perfect.
Ono što najbolje znaš. Jednako pitanje nauka još.
It is an art form. His joy lies in creating a perfectly flat surface, a joint of section of wall. He steps back, admiring his work with a satisfied smile. That wall is over decades. This joy is the joy of perfection, of pursuing precision down to the millimeter. It is the joy when the worker is completely immersed in his task, losing track of time and his surroundings. There is only him. He will often stroke the surface of a wooden plank, feeling its grain. Personality, and the master carpenter is one who understands that personality. His joy comes from turning a rough, gnarled piece of wood into an exquisite door frame, a gracefully curving staircase. The sound of the plane gliding smoothly, making thin, curved changes. The decisive sound of the plane, creating mortises and frames that fit together.
Estoy cansado, jefe. Cansado.
He doesn't just work with wood, he converses with frames, trying to preserve its natural beauty while shaping it to his will. When he fits a door into its frame and it aligns perfectly, opening and closing smoothly and silently, it is a moment of pure bliss. It's not just a product, it is a successful dialogue.
Oh no! Oh no, 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 no! Oh no!
In the corner of his iron workshop, sparks from cutting and welding machines fly like fire. The ironworker.
Check out these front boots, man!
Rigid steel bars into soft curves according to the blueprint.
Impossible. Oh my God! Oh, thanks, thank you, thanks.
For him, must have good penetration, be even shiny. He conquers the hardness of metal using high turning old inanimate steel bars into the skeleton of the building. He knows that hidden behind the beautiful layers of paint and plastic. He is the one who creates the background. Electricians and plumbers. The work of electricians and plumbers is often hidden behind them. Spider's web. He calculates, connects, and the project is complete. He flips the main circuit breaker. First time electric light fills the newly built rooms as a special matter. It's not just physical light. The cheer of delight. Similarly, the plumber installs pipes and valves. His joy comes when he without a single leak. This joy is the joy of function, of bringing convenience and vitality to a space. They are the ones who create the circulatory system and the nervous system of the house. Though their work is not easy to see, they know that without them, the building would just be a lifeless shell. Being the one who brings life is a quiet but immense pride. Chapter 6. Conquering Challenge. Not always smooth sailing. It is fraught with challenges. of facing and overcoming. The construction site is exposed to the elements. Therefore, workers must constantly be in dialogue with the sun, the wind, and the rain. On scorching sites, the sudden cool breeze that dries the sweat. It is the hardest as they splash water. They don't complain, they adapt. They wear wide-brimmed hats and thick shirts.
Катастрофа!
In one's own endurance. When the rainy season comes, work may be interrupted. But that is also when they show their flexibility. Instead of sitting idle, they switch to indoor tasks, covering materials and reinforcing areas vulnerable to the rain. The joy now is the joy of being flattened, of making do with what one has. The air becomes fresh and cool. The sky clears, and a rainbow appears in the distance. That means, for those who have just endured the oppressive heat, is a priceless gift from nature, bringing a fresh and pure air. Does not always match the blueprint. An unexpected problem can arise. The ground is weaker than anticipated. An unmapped underground dimensions are specified. At such times, the construction site turns into a giant puzzle. This is when collective intelligence is brought to the forefront. The site managers gather together. They don't care. Take
Oh!
What if we reinforce the foundation in this area? This fashion breaks the slightly surface and adjust the thickness of mortar units to compensate. Moment of finding a smart, effective solution to a tricky problem is incredibly satisfying. Allowing the entire machine to run smoothly again. Workers are not just builders. The joy of completing the difficult phase. In every project, there are always phases that are considered the toughest nuts to crack. It could be pouring a massive concrete slab in a single continuous operation, requiring coordinated
Tecnologia! Tecnologia!
installing a complex steel structure at great heights, demanding absolute sweat pouring down, but no one dares to constantly signals. The teams coordinate like a weapon. The feeling of being part of a they are not just colleagues. Respect among trades. On a construction site, each team is an expert in its own field. The foundation team, the steel frame team, the formwork team, the masonry team, the electrical and plumbing team, the painting team. Each has an irreplaceable role. The joy of collaboration also comes from be careful not to affect the structure just completed by the masonry team. The painter will wait for the plaster layer from the masonry team to dry down. The formwork team knows that their precision will determine the straightness and beauty of the concrete wall layer. Formwork, let us know when you're done so our skills can get to work. Always act with willingness, because they understand that the quality of one person's work directly affects the next, and ultimately, society, where every individual is valued and is respected for their skills. It erases distinctions, creating an egalitarian work environment where the common goal is turning seemingly separate tasks into a continuous and harmonious process. The silent conductor. For this orchestra to perform their joy is a comprehensive one. Foundation team finish on schedule. They are happy when they
Technology.
coordinating seamlessly. Their joy is the joy of witnessing it. They are the problem solvers, the connectors between departments. When there is a when the weather is unfavorable, they are the ones to adjust the work schedule to ensure safety. Operating smoothly under one's coordination brings an immense sense of play its most wonderful meaning. Chapter 4, Precious Breaks, Rests in the Music. In the midst of strenuous working hours, short breaks to enjoy reveals itself in its most genuine and warm form. These are the necessary rests in the noisy symphony of the time for everyone to recharge and strengthen their camaraderie. 4.1 is perhaps that of the workers huddled around a lot of strong or simply sitting on stacks of bricks. They share stories from their everyday lives. These stories the football match from the night before. Bursts of hearty laughter ring out, chasing away fatigue. In these moments, the distance between master craftsman and apprentice, human connection, rustic and sincere. But also their thoughts and words. The construction site is not just a workplace, it is a second family. Sit the questions like, look tired today.
Invited us.
These relationships make the hard work more bearable, because they know they are not alone. Lunch on the construction site is often simple. Everyone bringing a lunchbox from home. But it is the best meal. Together in the circle. The meal becomes a miniature buffet where everyone's fun. My family made spring rolls yesterday. Have a few. Uncle, have some of my pickled eggplant. It goes well with the rice. These spontaneous offers, pieces of fruit passed back and forth, turn a humble meal into a fellowship. They eat and talk. The sound of their laughter and chatter drowns out the distant hum of machinery. This joy comes from community, the feeling of belonging to the group. The meal is not just to fill the stomach. This sharing is the workers' culture. Despite life's hardships, strangers and colleagues, friends and brothers. 4.3. The short but peaceful after lunch, dishes doesn't their resting place could be anywhere, on wooden planks.
What the
Though makeshift, it is a peaceful scene. The steady snoring surprisingly serene scene in the midst of the hustle. In that short stay, wind and fatigue in their muscles. When they wake up, though perhaps still a bit groggy, their spirits are much refreshed.
You can't park there.
If the joy of collaboration comes from the relationship, the joy of mastery, of commanding skills and materials, transforming raw elements into
Technology.
His movements are as rhythmic as a dance. His left hand scoops just the right amount of mortar, spreading it decisively on the row of bricks. His right hand places the brick, using the handle of his trowel sliding along the taut guide string. Everything must be perfectly straight. For him, his joy lies in creating a perfectly flat surface, a joint border that is flawless. with a satisfied smile. That wall, for him, is a masterpiece. It is a testament to patience accumulated over decades. This joy is the joy of perfection, of pursuing when the worker is completely immersed in his task, losing track of time and his surroundings.
Ó, operadorão doido, hein?
It is a pure joy, derived from the very essence of the work. The carpenter has a special connection with his material. Before starting, he will often stroke the surface of a wooden plank, feeling its grain